Okay, so these samples came today?
Yes. We are doing for total coliform, fecal coliform, and the E. coli.
At one time, a lot of the new food products that came into Canada were tested through his lab.
PBR was the first of its kind in Alberta. Also one of the few laboratories in Canada that is internationally recognized.
I was born in India, in the state of Rajasthan, which is northwestern part of India, in a village, a farming village, in a family where nobody ever went to school before me. I finished my elementary school and also up to grade 8 in that village. My parents were thinking as long as he can learn how to read and write, that should be good enough. I was very happy to go to grade 10 in a different village. I started getting some scholarship because being a reasonably good student, the scholarships started coming, the parents were very happy.
He actually on his own, literally his own efforts, found his way out of the little village into, a regional school, then university there.
And once he got past that and got a professorship at Rajasthan University, then he made it his mission to provide access to education for his siblings. And then took that road that very few people take, the difficult road, and decided to come here. Got his PhD, and then got a postdoc, and then came and worked at the University of Alberta.
He took yeast cells that had genetic markers in them. Human DNA and yeast DNA are identical in terms of chemical composition. So if a company comes out with a new food color dye as an example, and he finds that this food color dye exposed to the yeast cells is causing mutations, and in higher concentrations, even greater mutations, there's a good chance that it could cause cancer. It could be a carcinogen.
There are so many chemicals and environmental pharmaceutical products that we're bombarded with that need to be identified for their ability to cause damage to DNA.
Genetic toxicology provides this easiest way, simplest way to exclude a number of potential cancer-causing chemicals before it goes to the animal studies.
He has been part of the work that has shut down the import of food products that weren't appropriate, some that may have high levels of pesticide.
PBR does lots of microbiology, which includes food and environmental.
And this is positive control.
Like water, soil, air sample. We do all kind of analytical testing too. And we do pharmaceutical microbiology as well as pharmaceutical genetic toxicology.
So that's CBD, CBDA.
Now we have added another service for cannabis testing. We have got a license from Health Canada to test cannabis for their potency, for the contamination of the product with toxins.
And now that he's made a name for himself, he's returning to the community that he originated from.
Even though he had a very successful business, he was more interested in helping people in India and Nepal and in orphanages and schools.
Education had become a paramount thing in my mind, that everybody must get educated.
The thing that's constantly going through his mind is what can I do to make sure that people from my community or communities similar to mine are not denied access to what should be a basic right.
Yeah, he's a good human being. He's a good human being.